Hello, I'm Charlie Gross, and welcome to Common Sense. It seems that every time we turn around, someone is pushing a solution to the Arab-Israeli crisis. Mostly it's the same tired solution of land for peace, because apparently having 99.9% of the land in the region isn't enough for the Arab community. So here's my version. It's a bit radical, but it just might work. Now, first, we need to address the issue of the Palestinian refugees. Now, let's recall how they became refugees in the first place. During the Israeli War for Independence in 1948, these Arabs, the Palestinians, were living in Israel. Then they got an invitation from their Arab brothers to leave Israel and join with them to create this massive Arab army that would return to Israel and kick out all the Jews. It didn't work out that way. At the same time, an equal, if not or possibly greater number, of Jews who had lived in Arab states ever since they were expelled from Israel 2,000 years ago were forced to leave these Arab states under threat of death. Now, you don't hear too much about these Jewish refugees because they were able to settle in the state of Israel. Now, it occurs to me, if Israel, with 0.01% of the land in the region, could settle all these Jewish refugees, not to mention the ones coming from Europe, then why can't the Arab community, with 99.9% of the land in the region, offer the Palestinian refugees citizenship? Now, the Palestinians wouldn't have to accept it, and they wouldn't have to give up their place in a future Palestinian state. But wouldn't it be nice if they had the choice? Now, then there is the problem of where to put the Palestinian state. Almost everyone thinks it should be on the West Bank and Gaza Strip. But if they did that, Israel, for security reasons, would have to control their airspace, and the Palestinians would have to agree to a demilitarized state, something they're pretty loath to do. So how about this? How about a land swap? We give Israel the entire West Bank and Gaza Strip, and then we give the Palestinians land in Arab countries equal to the amount that had to be abandoned by the Jews living in those Arab states. In this way, the Palestinians could have a free and independent state surrounded by, presumably, friendly Arab states who wouldn't care if they were armed or not and wouldn't care about controlling their airspace. Of course, the Palestinian refugees who did not want to have citizenship in the countries they are currently living in would be free to come and settle in this new Palestinian state. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Arab world would never accept such a solution, and you're probably right. But the fact of the matter is that the Arab community at large doesn't want to accept any solution that would allow Israel to exist as an independent Jewish state. Between 1948 and 1967, all the disputed territories the Palestinians want for their state, including East Jerusalem, were in Arab hands. But instead of establishing a Palestinian state, the Arabs tried on 3 occasions to destroy the Jewish state. More recently, Israel demolished all Jewish settlements in Gaza, asked the Jews to leave, and turned all of Gaza over to the Palestinians. So the Palestinians got the land, but where was the peace? Well, instead of peace, Israel got 8,000 missiles and counting, fired by the Palestinians from Gaza onto civilian targets in Israel. Finally, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu froze settlement construction in the West Bank. And in turn, the Palestinian Prime Minister said that under no circumstances would he ever accept recognizing Israel as a Jewish state. Now, when you take all that into consideration, maybe, just maybe, the radical solution to the Middle East crisis is, after all, the common sense solution. And I'm Charlie Gross.